How you doing? New locale. Where am I? Gonzalez Baez Winery in southern Spain, in the town of Jerez. And what do they make here? Sherry. I love sherry, but there's a lot of misconceptions. Maybe a lot of people don't really get it. Maybe because they drank Canadian sherry way back when. Now, first of all, sherry is made around the world, or a lot of people call their stuff sherry. Sherry comes from one place, here. Now, it's been around since 16th century. So over that time, there's been lots of chance for these different styles to develop, and it can be quite confusing. So I'm going to spend 2 weeks going through sherry. Why? Because I love it, and it's worth a try, and I just want to give you the ability to read the label and figure out what you're going to get. So let's talk about one style, which is I call the Fino family. Two types, Fino and Amontillado. They're related. In fact, this started as this. And I'll explain how it works. The Palomino grape is the grape that they use always for this family of wines. The wine is made, and then it's fortified up to just a little over 15%. Fortified means they add alcohol. It gets put in a barrel, and what happens is that this film, this yeast, forms on top of the wine, and what that does is protect the wine from oxygen. At the same time, it'll alter its taste. It'll give it almost like a bread, yeasty, floral note. It'll suck out all the glycerol, which gives you a sense of sweetness or alcohol. And it'll create this beautiful, dry, complex, aromatic, finessed wine. Okay? It'll spend up to 3-4 years normally under that floor. And Tío Pepe, which is what I've got in my glass right now, is one of the best-selling ones in the world. Now, if the winemaker decides that he thinks this wine can go a little bit further and do more things, he's going to make it into an Amontillado. Now, what's an Amontillado? It's this, except there's two ways to make it. Either immediately, sort of after 4 years, he'll take a little bit more alcohol and bring it up to 18%, because at 18%, that'll kill the floor. So then what will happen is that the wine will be in contact with oxygen. Or, in the case of this one here, which is a 30-year-old Amontillado called Del Duque, it stayed under its floor for, I guess, around 8 years. Then the floor naturally started to die. It was brought up to 18 degrees. Now, why do they add the alcohol? Well, that's just to protect it and to give it strength, and it'll help it resist the test of time. And then it spent up to 30 years in barrel. So that's an Amontillado. An Amontillado is a Fino with a little bit more alcohol, and that aged under floor and under oxidation. And look at the color difference. Darker. How's it different? It's got caramel notes. It's more about nuts. It's got dried figs. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, 100% dry. I don't think there's a drier wine on the planet. Like, I've been here for 3 days and I haven't been able to stop drinking it. So, the family of always dry, always good, Fino Amontillado.